welcome back to my channel. So today we are here with a Friday freebie and things definitely look a bit different. I felt like I was printing all of these savings challenges and they were all piling up, and I wanted to try to figure out if there was a way that I could do this digitally. And so it's a work in progress for sure, but I'm gonna try to see how this turns out. So each month, at the beginning of the month, after my monthly closeout, we track our gratitude challenge, and I save $5 for each icon, and I do it for the weeks of the month. So we have 4 weeks in this month, so it is getting $20, and I've already colored them in off camera. And the savings challenge comes from MidLife Adulting here on YouTube. So if you're not familiar with that channel, you can go check that out. And then also, I have my subscriber challenge. And if you want to get a copy of this, it also includes the watch hour portion. And it's on my Ko-fi shop. It's printable. It's not this digital format. And so I save $1 for every subscriber. Last month we were at 437. This month we are at 447. So I did gain 10 subscribers. Off camera, I did color in another triangle on this sheet because each one of these represents 10 subscribers. So basically the idea is there's 10 plus signs here, so each time I fill in one of these, I get to color in a triangle there. Being that we gained a perfect even amount, I would essentially color in 10, which would mean I'd fill in the remaining 3 here, and then 7 on a new challenge. But I just left it this way because it's would be no different. There would be no change. So we gained 10 subscribers, which is good this past month, and I will be saving $10 for those subscribers. Then for the watch hour challenge, we had 509 watch hours last month. We have 540 this month, so that's a gain of 31 watch hours. So each one of these stars represents 4 watch hours. So as of the last time I recorded, we had this filled in, and then what I do is I put a slash for each one until we get to 4. So essentially, by coloring in, by gaining 31 watch hours, I would essentially complete this challenge, this portion here, which would mean I'd get to color in one of these watch hours here. So I did that, and then I would also color in 5 stars on a new sheet. So what I'm going to do is I've updated this in Canva, and I'm just going to go in here and edit, select this, and replace the image. And hopefully I will be able to find that. There it is, the new image. Upload it. And here we have the 5 stars colored in. And I'm just going to hit save and close. So now that has been updated and ready to go. Alrighty, so now that we've taken care of all of that, we are at our Dicey Dominoes challenge. And so again, you can get a printable copy of this on my Ko-fi shop, but this week we are working with $100, and I save for retirement, my daughter's college, and my son's college. So basically with this challenge, I typically do a column for each of my categories, And I've been working on this script that when I click here, it changes both the dice and the dollar amount. For this challenge, I don't really need the dollar amount because it's just the dice. Because I'm going to take that dice amount and put it in here, and whatever the total is what I will save. So if we click roll the dice, it changed to a 6. So I'm going to come in here and edit this and just type in the box 6 because that's what we got. And 6 and 6 is a total of 12. And there we go. So I'm going to come over here. And you're going to notice that this will change because this is a volatile function right now. I have to work on some things. But every time there's a change made on the page, this will change. But I'm only going to count it when I actually click the button to roll. So when I come over here and I add 12 because we gained $12 for retirement, and it will count down our money. So I'm going to click roll again and come in here. We got 3. So we are going to come in and edit this and put our 3 in, and 3 and 5 is 8. Save and close. And we're going to come over here and we're going to add 8. Okay, let's see. Roll again. Okay, it stayed 3. So we will come back to our little sheet and we will, edit and add 3, which will mean this is 6. And so we're going to come into retirement and add 6 and 2. So come here, edit it, put 2 and 2 and 4 is 6. So we're going to come over here and we're going to add 6. And you'll notice this is changing. Like I said, every time I make a change on the sheet, it's going to change. I still have to work on that so that figure out a workaround for that. But anyways, so now we are moving on to my daughter's college and we're going to roll the dice. And we got 6 for my daughter's college. So come in here and edit. And 6 plus 4 is going to be 10. Whoops. There we go. So, and we'll come in here and we'll add 10 to my daughter's college. So, roll the dice. And we got 6 for the dice. So, we'll come in, edit. I'm going to put 6 here. And then come in here. And 6 and 6 is 12. Kind of play with this little text box here. All right. And now we got to come over here and we're just going to add the 12 to my daughter's college. And I hope I don't run out of money. We didn't have this much money to work with this month. It's just $100 for each week. So we'll see how far it gets us. roll the dice, and it stayed 5. So come in here and we'll put 5, and 5 and 5 is 10. And we are going to add the 10. And then the last one for my daughter's college is 6. And 6 and 3 is 9. Okay. So far we got $32 going to retirement and $41 going to my daughter's college. And I don't know, you guys, I might end up with an IOU. I really hope I don't, but we'll see. Okay, roll the dice, and we got a 5. So 5, and then that's 10. So for my son's college, we'll add 10. And then we'll roll the dice again. And 5. Okay. 5, and then 5 and 3 is 8. So if we come here and we add 8, oh boy, I think we might end up having an IOU, but we'll see. 2. 6 and 2 is 8. So unless I get a 1, not even, because there's already 4 here. Okay, so we'll end up with an IOU, but let me just do this first. Then figure out what I want to do for the IOU. All right. I generally don't do IOUs, so I'm not sure what I want to do here, because usually I don't have IOUs, because typically I have more money. I'm typically working with more than 100. I think what I'm going to do is, because I generally don't do IOUs and I don't really want to go down that path, I'm just going to roll it and put the dollar into his college. I don't know what just happened there, but okay, 2. So 4 and 2 is going to be 6. So normally I would have saved 6. I'm just going to put the dollar here and call it done. So for this week's challenges, we have saved $32 in retirement, $41 towards my daughter's college, and $27 towards my son's college. Normally I would finish this and I would go on to budgeting with some of your guys' challenges. And I do have a sheet that I had lined up, hoping that I would have more money and be able to do that, but I do not. So in this case, we would be using this money over here as well, because we'd roll to determine which savings challenge we were going to do, and then how much money it was getting. And like I said, this is something that I'm working on building out. It's not 100% perfect yet. But yeah, I I started starting to build up piles of savings challenges, and I was just like, I'm not a clutter person at all. And uh a little backstory: back before I started to become a stay-at-home mom over 20 years ago, I worked for a small up and coming ISP, which is an internet service provider. And I mean, I'm taking this back. It was dial up, guys. Like that's where we're at. And I was like the sixth employee hired, so it was a very small company. And when you have a small company like that, you learn all sorts of stuff. I learned uh, HTML and how to, deal with mail server issues and customer support and all that. And I got hired as a receptionist and ended up moving up. And I was the administrative assistant for the webmaster when I left and had my daughter. And I haven't touched any kind of coding since, really. I haven't played around with it at all. But it was kind of fun to get back into it and kind of write like the script and stuff. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna like kind of lean into this and see where it takes me. Um, but yeah, I wish I could have gotten to these challenges, but I will just mention each one of them in their channel so that, if you want to go check them out, you can. So this first one here is from Not Just a Budget, and it would be going to my son's college. This one, number 2 here with the cute little kitty cat, is from Angela Marie 888, and that would have been going towards my daughter's college. And this one here, number 3, is from Next Level Budgets, and that one would have been going to my retirement. And this one here is from Budget Life with Paula, and that one would have been going to my son's college. And then we have number 5, which is from The Secret Budgeter, and that one would have been going to retirement. And then we have number 6 here, which is from Build a Big Budgets, and that one would have been going to my daughter's college. I'll probably use these challenges again in an upcoming week. This way I can still make use of them. Unfortunately, ran out of money this week. So if we come back here just to recap, I had 32 going to retirement, 41 going to my daughter's college, and $27 going to my son's college. And if you want to see how I track that, I track it all in YNAB, and you can watch my Transfer Tuesday where I show you how I move all that around. But anyways, that is it for today's savings challenges. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share my channel with others. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.